Good day to all ICT admins, ICT instructors, and ICT representatives in all public schools in the state. Okay, so we get right straight to our tutorial for today. And what's a tutorial about? It is, as you see it here, it is how to enroll students into the portal. We all know that this is a vital task. Okay, now when you come into the portal, or which is necessary for any school, either it is a new one or an existing school already, because we all know that we have new enrollment from time to time. Okay, so let's get started by logging in first through our model school or our demo school rather. So you input your OTP. Okay, so you want to ask, now we have school, we have some students enrolled already, but for the sake of this video, we are going to start this process all over again in just few minutes. Okay, now what do you do when you are trying to enroll students into a class or into a school? You want to ensure that there is a building for them. Okay, there is a place whereby those students are going to sit, and that's the first thing that we go to, which is class configuration. You create a class for them. All right, so we click on add class, then you input the class name which you want to create. So let's say the common one, JSS 1. You can input from JSS 1 to SS3 irrespective of the class that you're having in that school. So JSS 1. Okay, so you'll see a pop-up notification here saying class added successfully. Okay, so you can view the class that you have created from this menu, submenu, list classes. Okay, and this is the class JSS1. The others you're seeing here are the pre-existing classes, but for the sake of this video, that's the reason why we're taking this all over again. Okay, so after you create that, depending on the population of your school or the arrangement of your school, or decisions made within your school board, you can have arms of classes, right? Depending on how vast the population is. So maybe you want to split them into JSS 1A, JSS 1B, C, D, and what have you, depending on what you are using in your school. So that is how you go further by creating class arm for them. Okay, for the GSS one that we just created. So the next thing you do is class arm configuration. Then you click on add class arm to that GSS1 that we just created. Okay, so let's get right to it. So you have a kind of two column forms here. Click on select class as you have seen on the screen here. The class you're trying to create a class AMP for. So that's GSS1 that we just created. So let's say we are creating A, GSS1A for the sake of this video. Then you click on add, and that's simple as that. Class I'm added successfully. Okay, so what's the next thing that we want to do is that we want to input students into this class that we just created, this building that we've made for them, that we've erected for them. We want to fill it in with students. So what do? You come here to student configuration, click on it. Then you see you see register students, badge registration, passport uploads, list students, list floating students, and all of that. So register students is only for single registration, that is, you just want to input one student at a time. Okay, so when we click on it, you see quite a lot of information that has to be filled. Now, if you're doing single registration, you have to fill in all of these details correctly. Okay, but for the sake of this video, we don't want to make it too long so that it can be understandable. We do for batch registration. Okay, so what you do is you select the class that you're filling for. You have to download a form, that is, you are getting a register book. That is the meaning of this batch registration. You are getting a register book for them so that you can fill in all of their details. So you are downloading all of that online. So click on GSS1. Okay, so it lists the class name. Then you click on A because you've created a class name for them. Then which section are we filling them into? 2021, 2022 for the sake of this video. Then what term are you filling them into? Let's say third term. Okay, but we cannot choose a file here, right? Because we have not done anything. So the first thing you do is you download a registration template. That is, you don't need to start filling. Okay, you don't have to buy a book. All you need to do is download this template. Everything that you need to fill is there. So download. Okay, so our download is ready. Click on open. It's an Excel file that you can use to input student details. Okay, so our Excel file is loading. Loading. Okay, so yes, here we have it. Okay, so you can see that you have quite a lot of information that needs to be filled right from your um, left hand side of your screen to the right hand side. Okay, and so all of this details has to be filled correctly depending on what information you have at your hand. Okay, so we start by surname, and please kindly ensure that all of these details are in capital letter. So let's say we are having a student that bears Agunda. Okay, then the first name is Emeka. Then you have the middle name to be um, Usman. Okay, then so you fill the phone number. So you ensure that it is correct. Okay, so now this phone number is not necessarily the student's phone number, but the guardian's phone number. That is if there is. Okay, so just for the sake of time, I would pause this video a little to have this field. Okay, so we have our names ready, right from the surname to the first name to middle name if available, to the phone number, to gender, to country, the blood group. If you're not very much sure of it, I advise that you don't fill it, okay, so that it does not go against what the student really is. All of this can still be edited right from the student profile, which we go into in another video. Okay, so you put in the address, parent full name, parent address as well, then phone number of the parent, which can also be the phone number of the previous column. Okay, then the parent mail, then the password, which is usually student, just for so that it would be much more easier for the student to recall anytime. Okay, so what do we do next? We save, come here to save our file, save as. Okay, so we can do this as save as Bo Bosafet JSS 1A, just so that it will be easier for us to check through when we need it. So click on save, and that is all. So it has already saved here. Okay, and so we come to our Chrome back. Now this page that we filled in, we now choose, we click on choose file. Once you click on choose file, it is in our download, so we can just click on it. Click on come here to click on open. Okay, so when you click on open, just click on register. and that is all. As